Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your live stream of Manchester United INEOS making a good start, but there's still a lot of repairs to do. While I am live, make sure you are subscribing to my football channel. I will post my see if I can post something links to my football channel. Oh, hold on. Can't quite post in a moment, but let me know if you are watching live. Oh, it's my thing that's gone a bit blurry. Sorry about that. Yeah, so INEOS, they are making a great start at Manchester United, but there's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of repairs to do. And obviously, this is just a start for Manchester United. A start in a long road to recovery because we have a long way to go. We are not in good shape at all whatsoever at the moment, Manchester United Football Club. We have been struggling for the past decade or so, and we need patience, time, and the right people running the football club because what we've got in charge at the moment, who we've got in charge, are absolute virus is the football club. The Glazers, they've absolutely destroyed our history and heritage as well the last decade or so, the last 18 years, we finally have footballing people in who know about football. And signing Omar Breda is great. It's a great start, but there's a huge amount of work to do still, though, to get the standards back to where it should be at this football club. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but apologies for this. I have no idea. But yeah, hopefully it can resolve itself. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on with it. But yeah, we'll try and sort something out here. But anyway, I hope you are having a good evening anyway, because it's very windy here in the UK tonight. If you are watching live, let me know down below what you think of Manchester United's need to fix. Why do you think we're having so many problems in a football club? Ethan, mate, phenomenal win for Liverpool, mate. Honestly, what a win for your club. You absolutely battered Bournemouth. I mean, oh my goodness, you absolutely taken them to the cleaners. You really did, because obviously Liverpool, they got Mohamed Salah out, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and they still took Bournemouth apart. So that's absolute amazing performance. But going back to Manchester United, this is just the road to recovery. We are nowhere near a top level elite football club yet. Where we've not been a top elite level football club for the last 10 years or so. The standards I hold, that is absolutely disgraceful and disgusting. Honestly, I'm not happy at all that we've been struggling the last decade or so. But you'll still have a few fans accepting mediocrity. I mean, oh my goodness me. Evening, Hayden Cox, how are you, mate? I hope you're having a good day. I most certainly am, but yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this stream tonight, but yeah, maybe it's the way I'm holding the phone, but see if it gets out of focus. I honestly don't know, guys. Apologies for this, but yeah, I mean, INEOS coming in is great. They're making huge changes, but unfortunately, it's a long road to recovery. So much damage has been done to this historic football club. It's going to take a long time to get back to the levels of being an elite football club. We can get back to them levels, so unfortunately, it's going to take a long time for us to get back to that levels. It's a long road ahead, but I'm here for the journey, and hopefully most of you loyal fans are here for the journey, because I am indeed. Been supporting this club for over 24 years, and I refuse to give up on them. I want to show my true loyal support to the football club, and hopefully the good times will return, and we will start doing something good again. But yeah. Oh, hold on, is that a bit better? No, I don't want to start a poll. Evening Traxxer Somerset. Evening F1 Fan Gamer. How are you, mate? I hope you're having a great day. And what a win for Chelsea women at Stamford Bridge today. You must have absolutely enjoyed that being in that crowd. And I gotta say, just apologies to our fan base for giving Lauren James so much stick. And the fans singing at Stamford Bridge, same old Chelsea, always cheating, same old Chelsea always cheating. I mean, absolutely pathetic. For a WSL game, this should not be happening in a WSL game. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm absolutely at a loss why you would say that a WSL game, but it is what it is. To me, it's no need for it. You go there to watch a game of football and you're just chanting same old Chelsea, always cheating. A men's game, I can understand that, but a WSL game, get in the bin, seriously, get in the bin right now. Dear me, absolute embarrassment that Manchester United fans at Stamford Bridge today. Bitter lot, they was quiet at the end. Just to clarify, she's Reece James' sister, isn't she? Yes, she is, mate. Yep, the sister to Reece James. Did you watch the Liverpool game today? Yes, I did. Liverpool were absolutely relentless and sensational. They've gone 5 points clear of Manchester City. Manchester City still have a game in hand, though. But yeah, Liverpool are doing wonders at the moment. I mean, I wasn't expecting Liverpool to be doing so well this season, but look, fair play to them. They are doing absolutely fantastic. And Jurgen Klopp deserves huge credit for that. He really does. The second half was special from Liverpool. It was, honestly. They performed outstandingly, Liverpool. Absolutely outstanding. But going back to Manchester United, I'm very happy we are being taken over by INEOS, own 25% of the club. But the problem is the Glazers still own the majority of the football club. And what that means, they'll keep on taking money out of the football club. Klopp is levels above Ten Hag. He is, mate, honestly, levels, absolute levels. Same as Chelsea in the WSL. They are levels above everyone else. Third goal was funny. Jota screwed up a shot, still buried the rebound unmarked. Yeah, I mean, that was poor defending by Bournemouth, but what a goal by Diego Jota. And I'm surprised how well they've done. Trent's been out and Salah being injured in that. Well, not injured, over on AFCON. Sorry. I mean, it's just absolutely unreal how Liverpool were doing still. So, yeah, I'm glad they're doing well for your sake. I really am. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just absolutely shocked at how well Liverpool doing. But fair play, they deserve it. They've been superb recently. Manchester United signing INEOS is absolutely fantastic. But like I was saying earlier, the problem is we still got the Glazers owning the majority of the football club, and obviously, when they still own the majority, they still take most of the money, and they'll be keeping the money and putting it into Tampa Bay because they do not care about this football club. Where now with INEOS, they're coming in and they are taking control in this football club, dealing with the football side of it, while them American owners can just focus on Tampa Bay. But will they start taking INEOS's money? That's again what worries me. And if INEOS run out of cash, then Manchester United are screwed because pretty much it means the Glazers be having a say in everything again. While it's all very good in that signing the top director, there's still many players we need to get rid of. For example, the captain, number 8, 21, is absolutely useless. I'm absolutely sick and tired of both of them. And the front three is absolutely toothless, honestly. Hoyland, Ganacho, Rashford, I mean, it's such a poor front three. But you'll see fans saying, oh, just be happy you're winning matches this season. Be positive. You're winning games when you shouldn't be winning. You won a trophy last season. And what? And what? That's not good enough for me. The standards I hold, I expect Manchester United to be doing a lot better. If fans say, oh, you can only come out with your team if they draw or lose, that's absolute rubbish because you can call out your team if they win, draw, or lose. If you've been following my match reactions this season, how many times have I said Eric Ten Hag's got out of jail? And how many times have I said we've got lucky? And one game's what we shouldn't have won. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it? But fans just accepting mediocrity is absolutely ridiculous. But like I was saying on the stream last night, the culprits is the three biggest United fan channels: the United Sands, the Stretford Paddock, the United View, Twitter has all got to play a big part to why the standards is on the floor instead of being high up here. Honestly, absolutely shocking by Manchester United supporters. It's just like, where are the standards? Honestly, 21 wouldn't get into Southampton. I completely agree, mate. Honestly, there's no way he'll get into that Southampton team. 21 is absolutely useless. United battered people left and right when I was a kid, including us. I mean, bantered, I think you meant to say, but honestly, yeah, football teams have their good times and bad times. Liverpool obviously were in the mud for so long. They didn't win a league title for 30 years, but we shouldn't let that hang over our minds. We should just be focusing on our business, trying to win our first league title in over 10 years. But obviously, we are not winning it this season. We probably won't win it the season after. It's going to be a long time before we lift that Premier League title again, unfortunately. As much as I would love us to lift that Premier League title, it's just not possible at the moment. Who do you like more, 21 or Martial? Can't stand both, to be honest, but obviously if I had to choose one, probably be Martial I choose in a moment over 21, because literally 21, I don't get why we signed him, to be honest. 21 is literally the worst signing ever in Manchester United's history. Well, one of the worst signings. We spent absolutely rubbish the last 10 years or so. Spent over £1 billion on absolute rubbish, honestly. It's an absolute joke and a disgrace and an embarrassment to this Manchester United badge. Honestly, what an absolute disgrace to this historic badge. Yeah, shocking. The recruitment has been terrible. And the culprits are for that are the Glazers, Richard Arnold, Ed Woodward. They are the reasons to blame for this mess. And the Glazers. United need to sign Fanalange. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Foyovich, that's it, sorry. Yeah, we could do with him in summer for sure. Yeah, I agree. Good evening to you, John the Sea Chats Wrestling. I hope you're well, mates. Hope you're having a good evening. In slightly worries that nothing will change while the Glazers are in charge. I mean, it's great INEOS own 25% and the football club. We're going in the step in the right direction, but the problem is they still own majority and the football club, so surely they still got the most power in the football club. And what happens if INEOS run out of money and the Glazers take 100% control again? We are absolutely screwed and finished as a top level elite football club. The only way we'll get back on track being a high top level football club is to get these owners out 100%. Wearing the green and gold scarves will do absolutely nothing. Manchester United fans should leak out of Reading fans' book is invades the pitch, don't go to games, do a huge protest outside the stadium. That will get media coverage. But if they don't do that, it will not get media coverage. But once it gets media coverage, them Glazers are going to be shit scared and they'll have to sell the football club because a huge protest will happen and it's getting rid of a lot of their shares and that the New York Stock Exchange will drop and the Glazers have no choice but to take action. But until that day happens, until why does the green and gold scarves even mean? It's the Newton Heath colours, That used to be our colours originally. Newton Heath shirts, green and gold. We bought out the green and gold scarves to protest against the Glazers, but I tell you, it's not enough. We need to do a lot more to get these out. But unfortunately, none are willing to do anything about it because all they care about is attending the matches, a family day out. Where if you cared a lot about the football club, to me, just stay at home and watch the game. Do not go, do not buy any merchandise. These days, with these football shirts, that's why I buy cheap remake shirts because I know the money is not going to the Glazers, and I absolutely refuse to put a single penny to the Glazers. Why should I reward them for what they've done for the last 18 years? Anyone who rewards the Glazers for what they've done the last 18 years seriously needs to have a word with themselves, honestly. Right, let's get back to some of the comments. Mount was not an ideal substitute for Bruno. I don't know what Mount purchase was. Exactly. Waste of time. And given that number 7 shirt was an absolute disgrace. That's an absolute embarrassment to Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, and others who got that number 7 shirt. These owners won't leave no matter what happens, sadly. I agree. Completely agree. I agree regarding the Glazers. Yeah, true. Who would you take? Would you take Jose back at Man United as your manager? No. I mean, he may do good the first season and the second season, but he always suffers with third season syndrome, to be honest, and I have no idea why. Obviously, he suffers with third season syndrome. I just do not understand it. Whatever football club he manages, he always seems to suffer with third season syndrome. So, no, I will not take Mourinho back as Manchester United manager. That ship has well and truly sailed. I want Erik Ten Hag out of this football club immediately because he's nowhere near good enough. But you'll see our fans defending Erik Ten Hag because obviously because of the fan channels and Twitter as well. But with me, I just say it how it is. I have the standards to just say it how it is and say he's not good enough. He's out his depth. I was one of the very first ones to come out on YouTube and say Eric Ten Hag out. I had a little bit of backlash, which I'm not surprised about because loads of people were still behind him, but I think a majority of the fans now are starting to turn, but not enough because, again, because the three biggest fan channels, they want you to back the team and Erik Ten Hag because them fan channels are getting paid the big bucks. And also on Twitter, I hope this YouTube account becomes massive because you are one of the only YouTubers who are brutal and honest. I mean, I'm not just the only one. There's a good minority who are brutal. Lee Gunner, Eunice, Mark Goldbridge, there are a few, but yeah, I am brutal, and I couldn't be any more prouder of myself because I care about this badge. Unlike the players, they do not care about the badge, but I do. I care about the badge a lot. I want my team to succeed, and that's why I up the standards. I do not accept mediocrity in any shape or form whatsoever. Because if you are a football club, you should expect the best. Liverpool fans don't like Mourinho. He got sent off in the 2005 League Cup final, shushing the Liverpool fans after the Chelsea goal. I can remember that. That is absolutely unbelievable. And obviously, Mourinho's downfall come when we lost at Anfield, and that was the end of Jose Mourinho's reign 2 days later after we lost at Anfield. We brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as interim manager. I do like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a player, but as a manager, absolutely out of his depth. But I gave him a lot more time than Eric Ten Hag because I wanted it to work for Ollie because he's a club legend. But like I've been saying before, just because you were good as a player doesn't mean you're going to succeed as a manager because being a player and a manager is two different things. Being a manager, you need good footballing people, coaching badges, and you need the players on your side because if the players are not on your side, you are out the door faster before you can say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we need to improve on the performances." Because football is brutal these days. If you are not getting results, you are out the door. It's as simple as that. And this Dutch clown should be out the door because he's nowhere near good enough. He's out his depth. He's falling out with so many players. What I've had to watch the last 10.5 years or 11 years is absolutely jarring, honestly. But fans still won't call it out. They'll just be going on these big fan channels talking absolute bollocks. It's like, I do not have the time and day for it. I really don't. I'd rather just be myself, brutal and honest. Even when I start making money on my YouTube videos, I will carry on calling out the BS of this football club. Honestly, big up King Mourinho. Yeah, but I absolutely love Jose Mourinho. What a manager. You know, I hated him at times as Manchester United manager. He was still our most successful manager because he won 2 trophies in his first season. He won the Carabao Cup and the Europa League as well, which was absolutely fantastic. I hate windstorms, never fun. Stay safe, mate, if you can. This is scary. I mean, where you link up your country, you must get a lot on them. This is my favourite YouTube channel by distance. I love your match reviews and how angry you get. Because, again, mate, the standards I hold, that's why I get angry when we lose matches. Because it's like you go and watch your football team, you want your football team to do well, and they just throw it back in your face. But number one, the players have to take huge responsibility. Eric Ten Hag needs to take responsibility. It's like everyone has to take responsibility to why Manchester United have been struggling this season. We're not playing good football. We've not been good ever since we won the Carabao Cup last season. We've been absolutely dreadful, and I'm absolutely had enough of it. These other fans can carry on talking bollocks, but I'd rather speak the truth and just come out and say it how it is, honestly. It may take a while for me to get more popular being that way. I mean, that's why I'll never go on a big fan channel because I won't be allowed to say what I want to say. Where on my own YouTube channel, my own account, I can say exactly what I like. So, yeah, this is why I love doing these YouTube videos. If you are watching live, make sure you are subscribing to my football channel at Mr. Joshy J Football channel. I mean, if I had my iPad in that, I could link it in the description. Well, not in the description, in the live chat, but because I don't have my iPad, I cannot link it in the live chat, unfortunately. But if you are on my channel now, just go on my community tab post and you'll see Mr. Joshy J Football channel. Yeah, please subscribe to that channel because I talk about loads of other football teams, managers, do quite a few YouTube shorts on their match reactions. Sometimes I do longer match reactions. Also, please subscribe to this channel because I review football shirts, I do Manchester United previews, match reactions, player ratings. I hate the fact our owners like bringing in kids, no experience in the squad whatsoever. Yeah, exactly, F1 fan gamer. completely agree, mate. What Todd Bowley has done to your football club is an absolute joke and a disgrace. Growing up, I used to watch Chelsea dominate. I mean, they were still dominating football even before you were born, but obviously, Abramovich, he had no choice to sell, unfortunately. But yeah, it's like not enough experienced players in that team. That's why, unfortunately, your club's in the gutter because of how much mess Todd Bowley's put it in. And he needs to take responsibility. That fraud, Bruce Buck, he's another fraud who you said tried to create the European Super League, go behind Roman Abramovich's back. Yeah, so yeah, Chelsea are in a mess, but hopefully they'll be back one day. But they need a lot of experienced players. Having younger generation players, I was here yesterday and keep coming back because you do so good. Oh, thank you, Cooper Brand. I really appreciate that. This is why I absolutely love interacting with my subscribers because you lot are so kind. The support you give to me and that. This is why I love doing these live shows. It really does because I can read your live comments. I can talk about my football club and other football clubs. Obviously, when my football channel gets more popular, I'll be doing a lot of watch alongs on there and live shows on there. But until that gets more popular, I'm just going to carry on doing live shows on this channel for now because it is my main account, and obviously, this channel is growing. I never expected it to get up to these levels. When I started my YouTube journey, I absolutely did not expect my channel to grow like this. The last couple of years or so, since I've been reviewing football shirts, it's literally made such a difference. And now I upload videos every single day. That helps as well. I've uploaded YouTube videos every day since what? April 21 or May 21, just absolute non-stop. Football channel, I don't always upload every day on there, but I'm becoming a lot more consistent on that channel now. I'm keeping it ticking over nicely. I'm hoping to get that channel up to the levels of this channel. The more people who subscribe to it, the more live shows we can do on my football channel, watch alongs, etc. But any Manchester United watch alongs, they will always be on here on my main channel. But obviously, I love interacting with my subscribers, I really do. Yeah, I appreciate that, Connor Brand, I really do. Cheers, mate. I just don't know who Man United would get as manager. Ten Hag gets sacked. Rumours Graham Potter to your club would be awful for you. Honestly, I do not want him. Potter out immediately. Even if he gets appointed, I am immediately Potter out. Like with Lee Gunner, he was Arteta out immediately before Ian got the job, and I will be exactly the same with Graham Potter. He's an absolute fraud. He did well at Brighton. Well, at times he's bang average at Brighton. He come to Chelsea. Yes, that Chelsea team was very, very inexperienced, but the thing is, he was well and truly out of his depth. Chelsea fans saying, oh, Potter wasn't given enough time, need to have words with themselves. He absolutely was destroying their heritage and history in that football club, and the players couldn't stand him. I mean, losing to teams like Nottingham Forest at Stamford Bridge, that was his position was untenable, and he had to go. It's as simple as that. Oh, hold on. Let's read more. I'll never forgive what the government did to my club. Never forgive them. I don't blame you, mate, because the UK government have absolutely put your club in the shitter. They really have. It's absolutely nowhere near acceptable enough for a football club like Chelsea Football Club. They should be higher up the Premier League tables. As simple as that. What Todd Bowley's done to your football club is absolutely indefensible. You just cannot defend the indefensible. Todd Bowley is not good enough to be a football owner. He should let footballing people run your football club. Like now, we're starting to get footballing people at my football club. That's exactly what Chelsea needs. to get your football club back to the standards what Chelsea Football Club is. Look at the ladies, they are doing absolutely outstanding. Our ladies, we did very well last season, but letting go of Russo this year was a big mistake for us, honestly. That has cost us massively. We're not playing as well as what we did last season in the WSL, but we're still showing a lot more fight now what the men are in the WSL. Because today in the WSL, despite being 2-0 down, pegged the scoreline back to 2-1, could have got back to 2-2. The ladies, they show fight. They don't roll over and just think, right, we'll go into submission and allow the opponent to get all 3 points. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That's what I miss the most about Manchester United men, where they just absolutely roll over and accept defeat. It's like, why? Why do the men accept defeat? The ladies, they keep on pushing and fighting. Even though we're not playing as well as what we did last season, they're still showing fight. Potter, worst manager we ever had. Honestly, couldn't agree more, mate. And if he comes to this football club, we are finished. We are done. Forget it. This football club will have no ambition whatsoever, honestly, if we get Graham Potter. It'd be an absolute joke and a disgrace because the players will fall out with him. He'll play boring football, will probably go all defensive, which that is not Manchester United standards. Manchester United standards should be playing very, very attacking football, not just sitting back and defending all the time. Like against Tottenham last weekend, what the fuck was Eric Ten Hag thinking? Just shutting shop, trying to get a point against Tottenham. You're at home at Old Trafford, and you're just sitting back and defending, allowing Tottenham Hotspur to have chances. Tottenham Hotspur last weekend, they felt like they were the home team, where we look like the away team at home. Absolutely ridiculous. This is another reason why this manager needs sacking immediately. But he won you trophy last season. Back him. Get behind him. You'll be back to square one. You'll never get successful. Keep changing managers. Look, we may won a trophy last season. Great. That's the number one aim in elite sport, is to win a trophy. But that was last season. I care about this season. And this season has been nowhere near to Manchester United standards. It's as simple as that. So fans can have a windmill saying that we won a trophy last season, that Ten Hag is the man to take us forwards. But deep down, I know he is not the man. And again, because them fan channels and Twitter, because they get paid to say so much BS on them channels, keep making the big numbers in these fan channels. This is why we'll, at the moment, never get back to the levels of being a top level elite football club. Because of YouTube and Twitter, that's why. There are a good few on YouTube who just say it how it is, but on Twitter, there are a lot of deluded fans, honestly. There's a lot of deluded journalists all over the place, honestly. It's absolute joke and a disgrace. And I've had enough of hearing absolute garbage. When I'm on YouTube, I want to hear factual information. That's why I only listen to a few football channels these days, a few individuals, because they say it how it is. They don't just say anything for click and views, like me. Like, for example, my good friend, NUFC Racer, he is very brutal when it comes to F1, and if his team McLaren aren't performing, he calls them out. Same as my favourite F1 team, Ferrari. If they're not performing, I will call them out. It's as simple as that, because it's the standards we hold. And fans just accepting mediocrity, I have no idea why. It's just absolutely disgraceful. It's just like, where are your standards? The standards should be up to here, high up, aim high as possible, instead of being down on the floor. Fans getting excited we drew at Anfield this season. I mean, what on earth was that all about? You're happy you're drawing against your arch rivals at Anfield. Why are you happy about that? Didn't mean anything, did it? Because we lost to Bournemouth or someone after that. Honestly, absolutely disgraceful by the fans. Honestly, it's just like I can't understand it. I really can't understand the logic of some football fans these days. It's just like, why can't football be like it was when I was growing up? You never heard fans talking bollocks like what they do now. It's just like, it's jarring, man. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It's just horrific to listen to, honestly. Anyway, you are watching live. Make sure you are sharing this stream on Twitter and you are subscribing to this YouTube channel and also my Mr. Joshy J football channel as well. Make sure you are subscribing to that. Again, you can find it on the community tab post my Mr. Joshy J football channel where I post a lot of community stuff on here. So, and I post my football channel videos on to this channel. Mate, I was petrified when the two favourites Rangers were Potter and Lampard. I completely agree. I mean, that would have been a disaster for Rangers, but maybe Potter might have done a bit better in the Scottish League because that's more his level, or he's a championship manager at best, I think, Graham Potter. Do not put him near a top level elite football club because you are absolutely in the gutter and snookered if you bring them in. Honestly, if Tuchel was available, he'd be amazing for you. But I can't see him leaving Bayern. I mean, Bayern Munich fans, look, they hold the standards high. They even said Thomas Tuchel out this season because that fan base is levels above the English fan base. Levels. I mean, Harry Kane is their top goal scorer, and they still been calling Harry Kane out this season. They won about 8-0 the other day, one week, and they were still saying the football's not sustainable. Levels above. And Real Madrid fans against Real Sociedad, they were having the ball when fans started booing because obviously Real Sociedad held the ball for about 2 minutes and Real Madrid fans started booing. And what happened as soon as Real Madrid fans started booing? Real Madrid scored because the fans hold the standards. They knew not touching the ball for 2 minutes at home was nowhere near good enough. Levels. European fans are levels above most football fans, honestly. And I say, including me and a few others on YouTube, we are levels above most in the English fan base because we call it out. We call out the BS because we want what's best for our football clubs. Like me with Manchester United, Lee Gunner with Arsenal, Eunice with Chelsea. Yeah, honestly, that's why, to me, a good few minority are levels above mostly English fan base. I wouldn't say levels above Bayern Munich fans, Real Madrid fans, and that, but out of all the English supporters, I think me, including a few others, are levels above the English fan base. I mean, I don't want to sound cocky and big headed for saying that, but to me, it's facts. I honestly believe me and a few others are levels above the English fan base. And we should be a much bigger community, I feel. But I won't give up. I will carry on posting content and hoping to get to them levels one day. But yeah, and my football club this season has not been sustainable. It's as simple as that. We've been nowhere near good enough. We've had so many players underperforming. Shall I tell you why? It's because they don't trust this manager. They do not trust him one bit, Eric Ten Hag. So this is why he needs to go. He needs to be sacked immediately. Don't bring in an interim manager. Just bring me in a fresh manager who can work with INEOS, get the players he wants. But Eric Ten Hag wasn't back enough. Bollocks. He was back. He's just brought in absolute rubbish. Honestly, absolute rubbish players. So that's absolutely dreadful to fans thinking that Ten Hag's not been backed. Of course he's been backed, but his recruitment has been terrible. This is another reason why he needs to be out the door. Honestly, I'm just sick and tired of hearing his excuses and blaming 21 for his mental health, why 21's not been performing recently. It's just like, just get yourself out of here, yeah? You got no future in this football club. If I could pay Eric Ten Hag a taxi right now, I'd have him out in this football club faster before he say, "Oh, Mr. Joshy J, just back me and get behind me." I'd have you out this football club immediately if I had my own way, if I was in charge of this football club. You're absolutely destroying it. You've bullied so many players, nowhere near good enough. Get in the bin, seriously. I'm sick and tired of hearing his excuses, honestly. I'm bored, I'm tired. I find it jarring just listening to his excuses. It's just, it makes me half the time want to put the TV on mute because I'm sick and tired of listening to him. I just want him gone, man, honestly. But he's still in the job, and I believe he'll still be here until the end of the season. Or if these big fan channels have it their way, trying to get you into believing what's best in the football club, trying to spin all the PR on you, it's not going to work for me. It really is not going to work. They can try all they want, but I'm standing firm. I'm not going to be bullied into submission. I will carry on thinking what I think of this football club and manager. It's as simple as that. Even if loads of people disagree with me, cry. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. When I do player ratings, I say, now, if you like my ratings, great. If not, then I'm not bonkers one bit because I am back for the next game, which that's going to be against Newport County in the FA Cup next Sunday as we resume from our winter break. I can't wait for us to get playing again, and hopefully we'll show a little bit more fight. But under this manager, we got no chance showing more fight because the players don't like him. They'll just carry on doing what they want. Player power plays a big part in football, unfortunately, and so many managers are paid the price for it. Eric Ten Hag will pay the price with INEOS. INEOS needs to have good words with these players. We need proper footballing people coaching the team, training the team, not just these ex-legends where Steve McLaren and that. Why have we got him on the coaching staff? Wally Nabroli. Honestly, it's absolutely disgraceful why he's on the coaching staff. Why? It's like, oh, you're an ex-club legend, have a job. This is a nice environment. Nice, friendly FC. Get in the bin, seriously. We should be a ruthless football club. But no, we're not ruthless because we keep offering ex-legends a position at the football club, honestly. Maguire has been outstanding this season until his injury. Does a job for England, but last season he was awful. United, he was, mate. Couldn't agree more. This season he's been decent. He's been very good, but would I say he's world class? Far from it. I believe our best pairing is Varane and Martinez. When they're fit, Maguire and Lindelof will not get a look into this starting lineup. They really won't, because they're not good enough to be actually starting games. Maybe off the bench, but Varane and Martinez, if they both stay fit, that's our best back line, honestly. Need some sense kicks into them. They do, mate, honestly. We need proper sense kicks into them. The new manager needs to be backed by INEOS. INEOS needs to make sure we get our transfer targets and get behind the next manager. Because the setup we got in the moment, we are just going to fall further behind. Why not make a start now? Like I said, it's a long road to recovery, but if we start now, we can slowly get back on track again. The roadmap, I think, is going to take us about 5 to 8 years before we are a top level football club again, unfortunately. I mean, if we do it sooner, great, but realistically, I say 5 to 8 years before we actually act like a top level elite football club again. We have one of the best teams in the league who compete for titles every season. You may not win the title every season, but at least compete for it. That's our number one aim. And if you win it a few times, great. You know you're doing something right. But if you keep finishing second, you know that you are still miles off. So this is why we need the right footballing people in charge to take us forward. It's great having INEOS in. They're making a huge impact already, but I'm not getting carried away because what happens if it goes south? Then fans will be on the football club's back again and we'll be back to square one again. It'd be like, where do we go from here if INEOS pull out? Because if they pull out, and we're 100% back under the Glazers' 100% ownership, then we're absolutely finished because they will take us down further and further and further. And it wouldn't surprise me if one season we pay the ultimate price and get relegated. It really wouldn't put that past me. Oh, stop thinking about negative stuff about United. Shut up, get in the bin. I'm one of the most realistic fans. And what's there to be positive about at the moment? What I've seen this season and the last decade or so, why should we be positive? I call out the BS, and what we've done in the last 11 years or so has been nowhere near acceptable. You're representing Manchester United Football Club, one of the proudest English football clubs in the whole Premier League and the world, because obviously Manchester United have a huge global fan base, Liverpool have a huge global fan base, Arsenal have quite a big fan base as well, Chelsea, Manchester City do as well, obviously, because they're owned by rich billionaires, Arab owners. That's why you see a few people wearing Man City shirts, where you never used to see that at all. But yeah, it's just like until we get back to Man City's levels again, it's going to be a bumpy ride, but start slowly, start from the bottom, getting rid of the manager. Most of these players who don't want to be here, well, some don't want to be here, but they still want to see out their contracts because they're getting paid the big bucks. INEOS should eradicate that immediately, get that eliminated, stop player power from taking over and this beautiful historic football club, because player power is absolutely disgusting. If you're going to down tools and just let player power take over, it's just like you should be sacked immediately, have your contract terminated. Just imagine if you did that in a full time job or permanent job. You weren't doing your job properly. You either be docked wages or out the door. The players should get the same treatment, but no, football players are one of the most protected players out of all the people in the world because and their sponsors, their fan base, and that. This is why they're some of the high profile players and the most protected players in the media. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why don't you start saying it how it is, calling out your favourite players and saying, right, they need to be docked wages or they need to leave this football club? But if you have a massive fan base behind them players, they will not call it out because they'll be too afraid to call it out because they wouldn't want to upset their favourite player. Where on this channel, I couldn't give a toss if I upset my favourite player because that's the mentality and the standards I set. Not that I don't think players would watch my videos, but even if they do and they listen to what I had to say, I couldn't care less. Honestly, they can cry about it all they like, but I will carry on calling them out. I'll call the manager out, the owners, everybody who is a virus at my football club and being part of the problem for the last decade or so, you're going to get called out because I don't think they should get away with it. If many more called them out, we'd be in a much better place right now. But Like I keep saying most of the video, it's down to the fan channels and Twitter why there's so much garbage online these days. Like I said before, growing up, you never used to hear this garbage, but unfortunately, you get a lot of garbage because of social media and YouTube, including a few of my artists here, of course, who come out and say it how it is, but the amount of stick they get and that on their live shows and the live chat is absolutely unbelievable. Where if I had anyone in my live chat being an absolute knobhead, I would block them and ban them from the channel, or I would set the live chat to subscribers only if I started to get a lot of knobheads, because you can do that, set the comments to subscribers only, but at the moment it's been very clean on here, which I'm very impressed about. Do you watch cricket? I do on the odd occasion. I quite like the 2020 cricket. I get bored of all day cricket, but yeah, 2020 cricket and the hundreds. That's a good cricket tournament, the hundreds, because it's so fast paced. And obviously, in that tournament, I support the Manchester Originals because obviously they're from Manchester and I am a Manchester United fan. I'm not from Manchester. I'm from the West Country, but you'll see a few football fans saying, "Oh, you can't support Manchester United. You're not from Manchester." I get absolutely sick and tired of hearing that saying, "Oh, you can't support this team unless you come from that area." It's absolutely pathetic. Manchester United are one of the biggest fan base in the world, and you can support them anywhere in the world or in the UK. The amount of comments I get on Facebook saying, "Oh, from Somerset, you're not a Manchester United fan, you're a glory hunter because you come from Somerset." Fuck off, get in the bin, yeah? Seriously, does my head in? Honestly. Do you watch darts? Yes, I do. The championship, the World Championship. Luke Littler versus Luke Humphreys. That's a great final. Luke Humphreys won, but Luke Littler. Oh yeah, happy 17th birthday to Luke Littler today. The darts sensation who got to final in the World Championships at 16 years old. He's won a Masters title at 16 years old. The Bahrain Masters, I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. At the age of 16, he's just turned 17. He's won a championship already. This kid has got a bright future, I tell you. Can you say happy birthday, Hannah? Oh, happy birthday, Hannah. I hope you're well and that. Like I say, not having been to a match makes you not a fan. Yeah, honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous, mate. I'm absolutely find it so jarring to listen to saying, "Oh, you can't support your favourite team if you're not from that part of the country and you haven't been to the football ground and that." It's absolute ridiculous, mate. Honestly, it's like these fans seriously need to get in the bin. I just hate listening to all this. I really do, but still, I just ignore them because it's like, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. It's like, tough, you'll do nothing. Just brown envelope fans, that's all. Hasn't just beat Michael Van Gerwen. Hasn't he just beat Michael Van Gerwen? Yes, he has beat Michael Van Gerwen. I mean, Michael Van Gerwen is one of the best players in the world, and obviously, he beat one of the best players, Luke Littler, in the Bahrain Masters. I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. What he's doing at his age is unbelievable. But going back to Manchester United, if I was in charge in a football club right now, there's one man I'll get rid of first is Eric Ten Hag, starting first with the new manager. I'll get rid of the Glazers completely and let INEOS take 100% ownership in the club. Let them make all the decisions, appoint what manager they want, and let them have the final say. And I'll get rid of 21 at my football club, number 8 because he's useless. Rashford, I'm sick and tired of Marcus Rashford. He's got to go. He's had so many chances now. Hoyland, he needs a bit more experienced players around him so the experienced players can teach him a thing or two. Onana is absolute trash. Get rid. I mean, Garnacho, he's decent, but he goes hot and cold. That's my only problem with Garnacho. Amrabat, useless. Send him back to Florentina. He needs to go back to Florentina. Reguilon was a waste of signing because he's gone back to Tottenham. Now he's on loan at Brentford. Just so many problems at my football club right now. What I would love to fix if I was ownership. And if I was ownership, I'd bring in proper footballing people, proper football people who know the history and the culture in Manchester United Football Club. Sir Alex Ferguson and David Gill were the absolute dream team. Oh yeah, another one I'll probably sell is probably Luke Shaw because to me, I think he's past his best now. He keeps getting injured and that. Yeah, Luke Shaw, I'll get rid of him. Who else? Scott McTominay. He's good as a substitute, but he's not Manchester United standards. He needs to go. There's so many players who need to get out of this football club, honestly. But yeah, 21 and number 8 are the two who I'll get rid the most. Make someone else captain and bin off number 8 and 21. I think Bruno's good, to be honest, but his attitude stinks. And he always moans in the ref. Exactly, mate. How many times have you heard me complain about Bruno this season? Just having a go, referees like that, just getting in their ear all the time. It's just like, do your job, be a captain, be a team leader, show why you want to be captain to Manchester United Football Club. But Bruno gets a free pass because he's got so many fans. Again, they don't call it out. They don't call out their favourite players. Where with me, I don't care whether you're my favourite player, least favourite player, or say by an average player. If you don't perform, you get called out. It's as simple as that. And I wish more people were like that, but unfortunately they won't. But hey ho, it is what it is. What do I know? I'm just a football fan who speaks the truth and speaks nothing but the truth, calls out the BS, and I couldn't be any more happier with myself that I do it. Honestly, I think before I used to hold back what I got to say. Can I get higher for $100? Obviously, I don't give out money, but good evening to you anyway, Arthur Greenwood. Good evening to you. I hope you're well. Do you hope to see Sancho back at United one day? To be honest, mate, I'll send him back to Dortmund permanently. He feels at home at that football club, and I've heard he's doing very well. So yeah, I'll sell him back to Dortmund after his loan expires. Just sell him back and let him go back to Dortmund. He's at home there again. He looks home in that yellow kit. Yeah, I'll just get rid. But yeah, look, these problems are not going to go away overnight. I'm a Burnley supporter. Ah, how are you? I think I've spoken about Burnley before on my football channel. So, like I say, if you are watching live, please subscribe to this channel and please subscribe to my football channel. You can find my football channel on my main channel. Just go to the community tab and you'll see loads of my football videos what I've shared on this channel. And please subscribe to this channel if you like my Manchester United content, my football shirt reviews, and with the F1 season fast approaching, I'll be back to doing F1 videos very soon, like my race reviews, driver ratings, and team ratings. So if that's your sort of thing, please hit the subscribe button. This channel is doing absolutely amazing. Recently, we hit 750 subscribers. We are not far off from 800, which that is absolutely unbelievable. The how well I've done on YouTube recently, I never expected this, but it's because you kind people, you enjoy my content. This is why my YouTube channel is growing, and obviously I don't do anything for click and views. What I say comes from the heart, and I just say it and mean it how it is. And for that are not changing anytime soon. In the past, I used to be a little bit afraid of speaking the truth in my early days, but I've learned from experience. I listening to a few other YouTubers like Lee Gunner and that I'm not gonna hide away now. I'm just gonna up the standards and say it how it is. That's why my channel is growing because I don't hide behind the fence. I come out and call out and speak the truth. And if more people were like that, my football club would be in a much better place. But no, because the culprits, what I keep mentioning, that's the reason why the standards are on the floor instead of being high up. It's as simple as that. Klopp apparently checks the attitude of players before he signed them. That's why Liverpool players are usually likable. That's what you call mentality. Levels. Your football club is levels above our football club because you have proper footballing people in charge. Some fans may not like FSG, but to me, FSG have done an incredible job. I think they've made Liverpool into a great team. They've made them into warriors. They really have turned them into absolute warriors, FSG, and Jurgen Klopp as well. Look at what happened. Jordan Henderson and James Milner were past their best, so he brought in the new midfield, and look how well Liverpool were doing this season. I thought they would do better, but I wasn't expecting them to do this well. And this is absolutely unreal how well Liverpool are doing. It's way ahead of schedule. Shall I tell you why that is? It's because of Jurgen Klopp and the mentality. Pep Man City. That's why they've been successful for so many years. Because Liverpool, Man City, to me, in a moment, are only the two serious football clubs in this league. They set the standards high. They want to win Premier League titles every year. And others are just getting left behind, like Manchester United, my second team, Newcastle. Newcastle are progressing, but they're not there yet. And with financial fair play, it is slow in Newcastle's progress because they can't bankroll the same as what Man City did when they're billionaires. Because of financial fair play, Newcastle have to do it slower, and it's going to take them longer to get to the levels of Man City. I believe one day they will get to the levels of Man City, but it's going to take a while. And Eddie Howe, talking him getting the sack is absolutely ridiculous. Look at what he's done for Newcastle. Look how far he's taken that football club. He's taken them from relegation to Champions League, and they should have got out in their group, but because Paris Saint-Germain got an unfair penalty, that's why, unfortunately, Newcastle went out. But Newcastle are progressing, and I believe Howe is the man. Newcastle had loads of injuries this season, so sacking Eddie Howe is absolutely pointless. Newcastle aren't just my second team because they've been taken over by the Saudi Arabia owners. I've always liked Newcastle, even though I support Manchester United, they are my favourite. I've always loved the Newcastle United fans, their black and white stripes. They're very passionate football club. That's why I call Newcastle my second team. And I really hope brighter days are ahead for my second team because Mike Ashley was an absolute fraud. Would you ever take Howe at United? Yes, why not? He can't do any worse than what the other managers have done, so yeah, why not give him a chance? And I believe with the right backing, he could succeed, like what he's done at Newcastle. But Newcastle this season have been struggling because they've had loads of injuries. I like Newcastle, but the fans cannot get too big headed. This time, 2 years ago, they could barely win. I mean, Mike Ashley was an absolute fraud, and Newcastle were absolutely in the mud because he put no money into them. These Saudi Arabia owners are coming, they've pumped money into Newcastle, and look how much better Newcastle are doing already. So, yeah, I don't think they'll get Champions League this season, unfortunately. Hi, Becky Schillen. Good evening to you. I hope you're well. And if you are watching live, make sure you are subscribing, liking, sharing. 4 likes. That's doing quite good, but let's get a few more likes, because it just helps our channel grow and helps get it out there. So I would appreciate that if you could hit that like button and share the stream. And as I said, my football channel, that will be under the community tab. You can find that on my main channel. So, yeah, this channel I talk Manchester United, F1, football shirts, loads of things football related. But I am excited for the future of Manchester United, but I'm being cautious. I'm not getting carried away with this news about bringing in Omar Breeder. I am happy, but I'm not opening up a can of beer or a can of cider getting confetti out, because I know it could all go tits up. I hope it doesn't go tits up, but I've seen this football club this last decade or so. I've been supporting them for 24 and a half years, and the last decade we've just been absolutely terrible. But it's down to CEOs and chairmen who had no idea about football. They may be good businessmen, but they had no idea about football. Edward Woods and Richard Arnold, and the Glazers, who just care about the big numbers, putting money into Tampa Bay. That's all they care about, honestly. Just absolutely ridiculous. It's like with Sir Alex Ferguson and David Gill, they were in the dream team. The class of 92, we used to promote youth because we had a good youth team. These days, if players get put into the youth team, they usually go away and drift away because the expectation is massive and they're just not getting game time. So it dents their confidence, unfortunately. But the class of 92, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Roy King, Gary Neville, Phil Neville. I mean, what an unbelievable team the class of 92 was. That's why we won our first domestic title in so many years. I think it was in the 90s we won our first domestic title. Steve Bruce scoring the winner, and which made us win the Premier League. We can get back to them levels, but unfortunately, it just needs time and patience. But with football these days, there's so much money involved. If you don't have the money, you're going to get left behind, unfortunately, because that's a harsh reality in football. If you do not have the funds, you'll get left behind. Or if you are certain teams who like to overspend in that, that's an even more unfair disadvantage. And I'm glad the Premier League are getting more ruthless now with FFP. Like Everton have been charged with FFP. Nottingham Forest have been charged with FFP. Everton already had 10 points taken off of them this season, and they could get more points taken off of them. Can you say a bottle of water? Bottle of water. Yeah, that's what my football club have been like the last 10 and a half years. Absolute bottlers, honestly. Bottle jobs. This football club have been absolutely ridiculous. Manchester United are a top football club around the world in that, but we don't act like a top level football club. But I hope with INEOS now we are starting to act like a top level football club again, because that's all I want. That's what I beg of us to do, is become a top level elite football club again. Yes, it's going to take about 5 or 8 years, like I said. Realistically, that's the target we're looking at to get successful again. It could happen sooner, but on setting a realistic target of 5 to 8 years before we are an elite football club again. Around the world, we may be elites, but as it stands now, we are nowhere near elites. We are just a bang average, mediocre football club. You have owners who don't care. We have managers who failed us over the last 10 years or so. Mourinho has only really been our most successful manager, but even in the end, he was out his depth. It's just like the manager now we got is out his depth. And keep coming up with these excuses saying 21 is struggling because of mental health and that. It's like the reason why he's saying that is because he wants the fans to get behind 21 and for himself to stay in the job. That's the reason why Ten Hag is saying this about 21's mental health and saying the players are on my side, because he wants to stay in the job. He's getting paid the big bucks. He doesn't care about this badge. All he cares about is the big bucks and just taking huge money, and he'll be waiting for a huge payout. I say pay him the money, jog him on, get him out of here, and let's have a fresh start. That's all I want. I don't ask for a lot. That's what we should be doing. As an elite football club, we should say to Eric Ten Hag, right, thanks for all you've done. It's not worked out. Pack your bags. We'll get you out. We'll book you a taxi. We'll even book your tickets to go back to Amsterdam and go back to Ajax, because honestly, that is his level. He should go back to Ajax. If he goes back to Ajax, you watch Ajax go up that league table. But I've heard he's interested in signing a player from Ajax. It's like, just stop signing players from Ajax. They're not good enough. They're buying average in the Premier League. They may be good enough, say, in Holland and that, but in the Premier League, they are buying average. Just stop signing rubbish. That is why we've been nowhere in the last 11 years or so, because we've just been spending money on absolute rubbish. Ten Hag's bought in rubbish. Mourinho's bought in rubbish. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's bought in rubbish. We're signing too many players on loan. It's just like, why? Why do we do it? Why are we destroying the heritage and history in this football club? I don't understand it. I really don't. Fans accepting mediocrity. I mean, what is this all about? Seriously. Football has changed so much these days, and to me, it's changed the worse because of VAR and all that. But yeah, fans chatting rubbish is another reason why football's changed. It's mainly because of social media and because they get paid money in that. But if I was paid money, I'd rather I get paid to speak the truth, you know. Obviously, when I get out to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start earning money for like adverts and that, and maybe sponsors and that. But I'll carry on calling the truth. I won't be just talking bollocks because I'm getting paid to say it. I'll get paid to speak the truth. It's as simple as that. That's why there's only a few football fans on YouTube who are levels above everyone else, because they chat absolute rubbish, where us, the real ones, we speak the truth, and just that's how we want to grow our community. We don't want to grow it by talking bollocks. We want to grow it by talking factual information. That's the bar I aim for. That's the standards I set, and I'm glad a few minorities set the same standards at their football club. Predictions for your FA Cup game next week. I mean, Newport at home, playing at home, it will be tough, you know. They could cause an upset, but I think we'll win about 2-1 or maybe 1-0 or something. I mean, we won 1-0 against Wigan, but Wigan were trash. Well, 2-0 actually. Should have been 1-0 because we had a controversial penalty. But we needed a penalty to finish off a League One side. And that's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you need a penalty to finish off a League One side? It just shows you got major issues at your football club and you cannot score loads of goals against League One sides. Oh, you played well. We missed so many chances. And what? And what? We should be winning 5 or 6. It's as simple as that. Again, stop listening to all the PR rubbish and start calling it out. Stop listening to these other supporters talking rubbish and just start saying it how it is. Tell you, YouTube will be in a much better place if fans stopped chatting absolute bollocks. That's my take on it. Let me know yours down below. I will be back tomorrow night with another live video. I'm doing a live watch along of Leicester City versus Ipswich, so I'll be live again tomorrow evening. I wasn't planning on to go live last night, but because the big breaking news. Hi, I'm new here. Hello, good evening to you. I hope you're well. If you are new to my channel, make sure you are subscribing, sharing, liking, and if you are a football fan, please subscribe to my football channel as well. it will be, you'll find it in the community tab post, because on this channel I share all my football videos. Can't wait for tomorrow's live. Yeah, I'll be going live about 7:45 or 7:50 tomorrow night, so about 15 or 10 minutes before kickoff. Yeah, I can't wait for that game. Doing that right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, I love doing these live videos because I love interacting with you guys. You are the reason why I carry on making YouTube videos. You are the reason why it gives me motivation to upload every day. You watch my videos, I feel it's only fair if I put out the content for you guys, because you're taking your time and day to watch it. I'm giving up my time to produce the content to you because I absolutely love you guys. I love every single one of you. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. But when I see players we had in the past, having David Beckham, all the class of 92, Ruth Van Nistelrooy, Robin Van Persie, they were goal scorers. These days, we're struggling for goals. We'll be lucky if we can score one or two goals. It's just absolutely, just shows this team is not good enough. It's as simple as that. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I honestly cannot thank you all enough for your support. It's been absolutely amazing. Yeah, honestly, I absolutely love interacting with you guys. I love doing watch-alongs, and when my football channel gets more popular, I'll be doing a lot of watch-alongs on there. But any Manchester United watch-alongs will be staying on this channel. And Manchester United content, I talk loads of things about Manchester United. This is definitely one of the most interactive YouTube channels about. Yeah, I agree. There's also others as well. For example, you check out Lee Gunner and that. He loves interacting with his subscribers. So, yeah, I love it, honestly. I mean, I love doing pre-recorded videos as well, uploading videos, but you can only read the comments and then, but if you go live, you can actually interact with your fans and subscribers. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving life on YouTube right now. I mean, I never thought in my early days I'd get up to 500 subscribers, but there you go. I have. The road to 1,000 is well and truly on. And when I get up to that 1,000, you got some special content on the way for you all. When I get to that 1,000, you are in for a treat. Oh, goodbye, Cry Kitty. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for joining me. Anyway, I appreciate that. But yeah, when we had clinical goal scorers, we were a joy to watch. Robin Van Persie scoring that hat trick on the night we won our 20th league title. That second goal was just beautiful. These days, we struggle for goals. It's like this is the reason why INEOS needs a bank in the next year to make us successful again. It's going to take a long time, but make us start now, and hopefully we will be awarded in the future. In fact, in like a top level football club again, getting back to the levels of Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, and all that, because even I think we're behind Arsenal in the moment. They've been in the muds for some time, but we're more in the muds than what Arsenal are in the moment. Arsenal are above us. Man City, Liverpool, next level, levels above us. Fans hoping that INEOS coming in to sort the problems, it's going to happen straight away. You are going to see left disappointed because I know deep down it's not going to happen immediately. We need a plan, a roadmap, the right people in charge, INEOS backing the manager, and decent players as well. That is how we're going to get back to the levels of being successful again. But anyway, in a few seconds, people, I am going to be wrapping this up. I've been going for about nearly 1 hour and 20 minutes now, but it's because of you guys. That's the reason why I stayed live for longer tonight, because I love interacting with you. I'm not just talking about my football team, I'm also reading out your comments as well. But it's been a great over an hour session tonight Really has. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow night for a live watch along Leicester City versus Ipswich Town. I don't watch a lot of Championship football, but as it's the top two, I definitely want to watch that game. So join me tomorrow evening. I will share the time I'm going live, so you'll be ready for when I go live. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, effort to comment on this. Have the rest of your enjoy the rest of your evening, and hope you have a great day tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye.